Welcome to the third episode of Take a Walk Podcast, my fellas. In the last episode, I brought up the question of if you could have a single superpower, what would it be? I'm going to turn this to my host, my co-hosts now. If you have any ideas, lay it on me.
All right, honestly, I'm a big fan of super speed.
Super speed?
Ooh. Yeah, I know it's kind of weird. It's not like a typical superpower because it doesn't seem like it would be that powerful.
Are you talking about imagine
the
Flash, where like going back in
Flash
time and that
or like
stuff?
Dash from The Incredibles?
Oh,
no,
okay.
I don't. Not
the
going back
time
in
travel.
time. That's
That's
just
such
bullshit.
BS. Yeah, I don't like that. It doesn't make sense.
No, just run really fast. Be able to move really fast. Like, can you imagine what you'd be able to do if your reaction time was like the speed of light?
Well, can you move really fast, or would the world become slower? Is, I guess, in your view?
Well, I guess so. I mean, just if you think about like how fast a hummingbird moves, like because the hummingbird flaps its wings like a freaking 1,000 times a second, right?
Yeah.
So like if you're able to move that fast, your reaction time naturally is also like faster because you have to be able to comprehend your ability to move that fast, right?
Okay.
Think about the great sex you could have.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you'd have to work on your endurance.
Yeah. And I think you might kill someone.
Yeah,
through
you're
it.
gonna kill yourself and somebody.
Oh god, the heat generated from the friction.
The friction.
I mean,
you
I'd
both
assume
light on fire.
I'd assume
Ron
that
Swanson can destroy his mustache with
Oh my
friction. Imagine
God.
someone with superpowers can do.
I'd imagine like you'd be
You're
fine.
rubbed off.
Because if you're able to move that fast, you must be able to withstand the friction.
Right.
But
But
whoever
can
you're
they?
with,
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I'm not judging.
I'm not judging either.
Yeah,
I don't judge.
whoever you're with,
Yeah, whoever.
can
you're
they
with.
withstand it?
Can they withstand it? Can they take the heat? And if they can't, dump them.
Yeah. Man, woman, moose, not moose.
Moose. Well, I mean, bestiality is legal some places. It's just
Is
not
it?
recommended. Yeah, sure.
I thought it was legal everywhere.
I'm sure it's legal in some places.
Yeah, that's a good point. If
I'll bet like Japan or Florida.
I thought they just ate
Probably
animals.
Florida.
I shouldn't be.
yeah,
I shouldn't be
geez.
like this on the
we're,
podcast.
we're destroying everyone. Anyway.
Hear that, Japan? We think you fuck mooses.
No,
How
we
does that
Oh
feel?
boy.
Oh my god.
All right, Devon, do you have an idea?
So my opinions have changed quite a lot because
Right.
I've always wanted like invisibility or like stopping time because then
Right.
you could like go around and do whatever, right?
Right.
But then like I don't know. I've been playing a few games now. Like I showed you guys that one game,
Which one?
and it was like Age of whatever. It was the
Oh,
one where you
yes,
could like
yes, I
turn
know
into the
where we're going with
bird.
this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
I think it'd be really fucking cool to just have like wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually going to say something like that. I was going to say flying.
Yeah.
Well, another reason I picked super speed is like if you have like a ton of momentum built up and you just run up a ramp, it's basically the same thing as flying.
Yeah,
Just-
but how are you gonna
you're
land?
out of here.
You have
Well,
super speed, not shock absorption, Sam.
Let's hope you have another ramp set up on the other side, or
Yeah,
else you're
sure.
fucked.
I mean, my cheat answer is always I just want all the powers Goku has because he can fly, he's super strong, he's super fast, and he can shoot lasers out of his hands.
Basically, just be a Saiyan, and then
Yeah.
you're good.
Well, a high class Saiyan. I don't want to be a low class warrior.
That's almost like
Embarrassing.
that's almost like a cheat, yeah. Because
Yeah.
that's like being like that's like I want invincibility, or like I want.
Well, I don't want to be Superman. Superman
Yeah.
sucks. You hear that? Superman sucks.
Okay,
Just to-
Superman has always been like that that character that's like, okay, some kid made this up.
Right.
Because he's like, oh, he's super strong, he's super fat, he shoots lasers out of his eyes, he can't be killed by bullets, he can't be, and then his like mom came in, he's like, he's gotta have some weakness, come on, honey.
And he's
And
like,
then-
fine,
and he's like, fine,
kryptonite.
kryptonite doesn't even exist on the planet, mom. And then like she's like, oh, whatever, and she like goes away. But like,
Is that what Superman's mom
yes,
sounds like?
that's exactly what. Well, not
Or
no,
the creator.
the creator
No,
of Superman.
I don't know what created Superman. You know, Superman is like the superhero who's like the kid on the playground who'd be like, I tagged you, and be like, no, you didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's Superman.
that's absolutely true.
I just he's like obviously okay. I'm gonna sell this right now. Superman versus Batman. Like
Yeah.
Superman would win, but that's because he's bullshit.
Well,
Like Batman is way more like realistic, and it makes more sense. So
here's
so
that's
honestly, like,
my vote on that.
even like in regards to how powerful Superman is and how bullshit that is. Like
Yeah.
that's not even my biggest problem with him. My biggest problem with him is that like if Superman went up against Batman, Batman would win, and that's bullshit because Superman should not be able to lose, but he still does in everything that he does.
Why would Batman win though?
Just because he pulled kryptonite out of his pocket. I don't know.
Yeah, but
Superman's...
it's such a BS excuse.
I know, right?
Like, you can't just be like, oh, well, Batman would have kryptonite. It's like, how the fuck would he know?
But
Well,
this
how
happens
any
in
superhero or
It's-
supervillain.
You're
do
not
it?
just gonna be like, oh man, it's Superman, better pull out some kryptonite. It's like first of all, you wouldn't immediately know, and second of all, you can't just be like, oh well, I have kryptonite now because I'm facing
the
you.
whole thing about
It's
Batman
like-
is if he has enough time to study the enemy, he can always win, and that's like kind of his shtick.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, in all the media that Superman has ever been in that I've seen, Superman always will just do some dumb shit and underestimate his enemy and get destroyed somehow, which shouldn't happen because he's literally invincible.
Right.
Well, I feel like that's kind of the gimmick of the comic because if he's literally invincible, like what else you gotta do? You have to give him like, oh well, he's got to be stupid or else like he'll become so powerful that it's like it's not even fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. And
Yeah.
even like in Dragon Ball, like they're not that broken because to an extent they're always getting their ass handed to them. Like in several points of the show. I mean, that's why they always die.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure every character in that show has died at one point.
Yeah.
Did Gohan ever die?
Not in Z, I think.
No, Gohan died.
I mean, he technically died in the future or
when-
another reality.
He
I
died
guess.
when Majin Buu blew up the whole world, and only Hercule lived.
No,
And
Gohan was off planet. He was with the
was he?
Elder Kai training with the Z sword, right?
No, he was already done with that.
The Z sword. That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, did he die after that?
I think everyone.
Because he got
died.
absorbed by like
He
Super
got
Duper
absorbed by
Boo, right?
Super Boo, but then he got out. I
Oh
think.
god, it's been a long time since I've seen it. I don't remember.
I don't know. Answer in the comments.
I
Yeah.
understand nothing.
Fix us in the
Yeah.
comments.
Not like we won't look it up 5 minutes after recording this. We'll forget. So
Yeah.
So, I forgot where we were going with that. Oh, the whole Batman Superman thing. I
Batman
think
Superman
was-
thing.
yeah.
what about if? Because I've heard the argument that if Spider-Man and Batman fought, Spider-Man would win. Because Batman's all about like stealth and stuff.
And Spider-Man's got the Spidey sense.
Yeah, that kind of counteracts that.
It's a good question.
How
I've
does
thought
the
about it
Spidey sense
before, but-
work though? I don't know anything about it. Is it
he
is it just in general? Like, does he sense danger? Like,
Yeah,
how
it's
does that?
like the Force.
It's kind of like a Sixth Sense kind of thing where you can
Huh.
just like
All right.
even if you can't see it or anything, it's still you can kind of notice it.
Notice me, senpai.
Yeah, but Batman's not all about stealth, is he?
Mostly.
I mean, stealth and brains. Like he could probably outsmart Spider-Man
right.
if he.
Well, Spider-Man's decent.
if he was-
Yeah, isn't that like one of Spider-Man's gimmicks? Is like he's super fucking smart.
Oh, maybe.
He's kind of smart for a
I
dumbass.
I tend to view Batman as one of the smartest heroes just around.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know if he outclasses Spider-Man in that regard, but
It's because like Iron
kinda
Man.
up in the air.
It's 'cause, like Iron Man and Spider-Man have like attitudes that doesn't make you think that they're as intelligent as
Yeah.
Batman.
yeah.
Or they're douchebags at Iron Man. Were you? Did y'all ever watch Civil War?
No,
Yeah.
I haven't seen
You
it.
haven't seen
Spoilers
it?
if
Okay.
if anyone.
It's like 2 years old.
I know, but just
Yeah, well,
if you haven't watched it, it's your fault. But I mean,
I
Yeah.
was, I never really could decide what side I was on, but I like Captain America more, so I'm like, I'm gonna side with him because also I know he kind of wins in the movie, doesn't he? Yeah.
yeah, he wins. Well, I
But
don't
does
know.
he win?
Not really.
Does
Nobody,
he win the moral high
nobody
ground?
really wins that battle.
No one wins in any movie. No, we don't win anymore. Anyway, all right.
Yeah.
So
Superhero.
yeah, Devon said flying. I said flying. You said speed. Did I justify why I said
Not
flying?
even flying. Having wings. Because
right.
like I had a dream once. All right, that
Right.
black people and white people live together. Anyway, I had a dream once that like
Look,
I
if you want
actually
to like copy other, you can copy other YouTubers, but we're gonna copy Martin Luther King.
what?
I'm kidding.
Oh my god. No, I had a dream once that like I actually had like wings and I could feel him in my back. It was like
Right.
another appendage. It was the weirdest feeling. So it was like, and that was amazing. Like I'd love to have that.
See, I said flying for a multitude of reasons. My personal favorite would be just noping out of any situation ever. It's like I'm done with this.
Yeah, just I'm out of here.
Yeah.
The ability to high five yourself when you make a pun would be pretty
Well,
amazing.
that'd be your power.
Yeah.
I don't make puns enough.
To specify, you're talking about making a little portal
Yeah,
to your right,
Exactly.
throwing your hand through the portal and high-fiving your
just,
left hand on
yeah,
the other
just
side.
enough just enough to high five yourself.
Sam,
Yeah.
since you know what
Literally
we're talking about, when you edit this
completely
episode, you should put a GIF of what we're talking about on
Oh
screen.
yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
See if you can find that.
Yeah, I can do that.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. So another reason we talked about that, besides the fact that I asked that question in the last episode, it also kind of gatewayed us to this next little bit that I'm going to do for pretty much the rest of the episode. It's the would you rather questions. And we're going to use that website that you see everyone use because they're not like that stupid would you rather questions like the ones you get at your like 7th grade birthday party or something like that.
Those are always
Like,
terrible.
Would you rather kiss Jacob or Edward? Like, I'd rather
Dude, oh
watch
my
them
God.
both die.
I got the worst. Oh, what was it? We were playing Jenga. Would you rather? So basically,
Oh, I remember that.
yeah.
I played Jenga Truth or Dare, where if you just like take a piece out, you do a truth. If you drop it, you do a dare.
Yeah, that's what it was. Sorry, I guess I messed that up.
Right.
Not the would you rather. But like, I got the worst question asked to me, and it was like,
Was I there
what do
for
you?
this?
What?
Was I there for this?
No, you weren't.
Okay.
It was me and the Draven group.
Yes.
But
I'm so sorry.
the worst what?
No,
It was fun. What are you talking about?
no, I was saying I apologize because I thought
Oh,
I was
okay, yeah, no. But I was there with my previous girlfriend, and like I got asked, "What do you hate about your girlfriend?" And I was like,
What a loaded
"That is
question.
the worst question to ask them." It's
What
like,
a
what do you
loaded
say to
question.
that? Oh
Why would
my
anyone
God.
ask that?
Yeah,
That's
Tell
like
me who asked that afterwards because I'm gonna be upset.
I think it was.
Don't say it
oh
now.
yeah, you're right.
that is like the epitome of
Yeah.
throwing somebody under the bus.
You know what's funny is
You
I don't.
cannot stab someone in the back any harder than that.
It's like we had like a little app that like told us what to
Oh,
ask.
that's why. That's
No. Just wait. They looked at the app and they were like, "Oh, that one's easy. Here, I'll come up with one." And I'm like, "God dang it!"
Wow, what a schmuck. All right. So anyway, I have this Would You Rather website pulled up, and we're gonna see if we can, what we agree on, what we disagree on, the likes. This first question popped up is entertaining enough to start it off.
yeah. What is it?
The question is, would you rather soil yourself and nobody know, or not soil yourself but everyone thinks you did?
Can you explain yourself after that they know you didn't, or like
No,
how does that
they'll
work?
always think you will.
They always
think you did, and they'll always like hold it against you.
At
I gotta
some
go with
point,
the
okay.
alternative then. I'd
I'd rather
actually
soil myself
and
have nobody know.
knows.
Yeah,
Right.
because then you can go and clean yourself. You're
Exactly,
Fine.
you
Yeah.
At least if I know nobody's gonna know, then I
Yeah.
can get away scot free.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you can just go home and change
Yeah.
and clean yourself up, and then it's fine. It's
That's
over.
true.
Never happened.
All right, I guess we're both in agreement with that, and as is 75% of the population
Oh.
that did this question.
There's 3 people here. Kyle.
That's not a good question.
Motherfucker.
That's not a good question. That's not a good question. You're cut this out.
Yeah. Fast forward.
Would you rather black or white? That's a loaded
Yeah.
question.
Oh, okay, here's one. Would you rather be famous in this lifetime, or go down in a history book? Usually when people go down in history books, it's never something good.
Yeah.
Well, like even going down in the history book, what kind of history book? Because like I've always, well, no, I've cared less about this as I got older. But when
Right.
I was young, I was like really scared. I was like, I want people to remember me. Like everyone's gonna forget me.
Right.
What if I die? So I was like trying to figure out something that I could do to like for that to remember. But again, as I got older, like that could become less of a thing. But like still something I'd want. But you also think that like in the history books, you know, somebody gets marked down. Like even if somebody does something really great, it's like somebody's like,
There's always something you can find about somebody.
yeah.
Sure, Thomas Jefferson made the Declaration of Independence, but he was racist.
But even then, it's just like it almost like you almost don't really remember. Like yeah, you remember for it, but that's like really it. Like there's nothing really special to it.
Right.
Like I'd rather be remembered in the way. I'd rather be remembered in the way of not being remembered. Like what's his name?
So what you're telling me is you'd
Yeah,
rather neither. You'd rather
Not
be
exactly.
famous in this
Okay.
lifetime.
So what is it? I'm trying to remember his name. Tesla. Nikola Tesla.
Or Nikola Tesla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he.
No, Nicole Tesla.
Yeah, Nicole.
His wife.
Yeah. Fuck him. No. No. But he wasn't like he didn't get credit for like anything he did,
No, man.
but he did so much. Like I'd rather do that.
You'd rather do that? So you'd rather go down history books then?
Kind of.
I guess
Yeah.
I guess that's like the closest thing you could get in this
Right.
Yeah.
question. For me, I'd rather go down history books because if you think about it, like even if something, you don't have to be in like the big history books, just so
Right.
long as you're remembered in some way. Like if you think about the difference between like, I don't know, the Beatles
Right.
and some band that came out in 2008 and died in 2009. You know,
Right.
it's like I'd rather be remembered in some way in the long term than be
Forever,
super
yeah.
famous for like a couple of months and then disappear forever.
But
Heroes get remembered. Legends never die.
but
What movie?
That sounds familiar. I can't think of
Yeah, I'm
The
drawing a
Sandlot.
blank.
it. Sandlot.
Oh
okay.
yeah, it's been a
It's the
long
big
time.
Bambino, man. Speaking his wisdom
It's been a long
to
time since I've
the
seen that
kid
movie.
who was probably high.
So, going down the history books is pretty much like you're not really gonna know you went down in it because you already be dead.
Yeah.
So
That is an excellent point.
yeah.
Mhm.
But I guess like in the sake of this question, you will know.
I don't
So-
know. I don't know if I want to be famous though, because like
It's such a hassle.
I don't want people like
Busting down my door.
exactly like I
Especially-
don't want like reporters and like fans and stuff. Like I have nothing against fans, but it's like I also want to live my life.
Yeah,
So it's
that's-
like
That's kind of how we're semi-anonymous
Very
anonymous on this show. Not that I think, I mean, who knows where the show's going to take us, but, we don't need to talk about where we live or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Or any of that stuff. It's
Not
just,
that we genuinely think we're gonna get famous, but on the off chance, the
Right.
small, tiniest chance
nobody
that anybody
expects-
cares,
nobody
right?
expects to be famous.
Yeah.
I mean, most YouTuber stories you hear like, oh, I just started, when I was in college and was bored and had nothing to do.
Yeah,
No one starts a channel like, I'm gonna be famous.
yeah.
dude, I don't want someday somebody to come knocking at my door in the Pacific Ocean and like that's
Dude.
where we live.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
We live in the middle of the Pacific
We live
Ocean.
in a underwater
We,
bunker.
we live at Point Nemo,
Yeah.
the place that's farthest from any human civilization.
Exactly. We're chilled out there. It's
Come
fun.
find us. We'll be assholes to you.
Oh my god. But yeah, like I almost think like being famous would be bad in a way almost.
Yeah, well,
Just in my terms. So it's
Yeah.
like the history books is like an alternative for me.
yeah. I mean,
I mean, it's got its pros and cons,
Yeah.
as everything does.
I
Like I'm sure you'd get rich.
think
Yeah.
I would say, I mean, it also depends on what you're famous because. Okay, it is famous, but it's not infamous. So I'm not gonna be
Yeah.
like an
That's
O.J.
true,
Simpson
yeah.
situation or anything.
Yeah,
Like I will be well liked for the most part. I suppose it depends on what I'm famous for. Because like if it's for
Being the Survivor winner.
that's the dream.
That's the real
That's the
dream.
real dream.
Right there
We'll save that
for
for
you.
another episode though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also just depends. It depends on how famous and what I'm famous for. But I would probably say that.
Never mind. I want to change my answer. If I was like a famous rock climber, like if I got to pick what it was, I think I'd be famous.
Well, would you rather go down the history books as a famous rock climber?
That is an excellent. Well, I mean, they're almost like the same thing. Because like
Well-
being a famous rock climber, you're
You're famous
you're-
now. Is what
yeah,
the
but are you
point.
gonna set records because you're like what makes you famous? Are you just good?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay,
Or you're just well known.
and you just won't be remembered,
Yeah.
huh?
I guess I'm assuming that's what it's kind of asking.
Okay, I'd rather go down the history books as like cool rock climber then.
All
I
right,
think.
cool.
was that like 5 minutes to answer this
Yeah,
question?
I-
I just scrolled down to the comment, and the top comment was, "I'd rather be Socrates than Miley Cyrus." I'm like, that's,
There you go.
that's fair.
That's an
That's
excellent
kind of what I was
point.
talking about.
Yeah.
All right, go down the history books then, and we're at a 48%
Ooh.
out of 50, 40 to 52. That's
Yeah.
fair. Not this one. You're gonna have to cut a lot of this out. I apologize.
That's
yeah.
fine.
Not this one. Not that one.
It's okay. We can talk about
Alright.
smooth jazz.
Would you rather get $100 today or get $1 every day for 200 days?
Say that one more time.
Would you rather get $100 right now or get $1 every day for 200 days?
The $1.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't need anything right now, really.
Yeah.
It's a
I'm the big I'm the big idea on like, okay, you know how when you win the lottery you get two choices. You can either get the big sum
Mhm.
but they take most of it,
Mhm.
or you can get like annual pays.
Mm-hmm.
I'd much rather go for the annual pays unless it was like a smaller amount. If it was only like less than $1 million or maybe $1 million,
That's a small amount, right?
that's Okay, when
For
you,
lottery's sake,
when you
I
look
know.
at the lottery and
Yeah.
it's like 500 million, then
Yeah.
yeah, it is a small amount. But like it, you almost like, I might just take the sum just because like you just, I don't know what I'm saying here. I
No,
kind of lost track.
I know
there.
what you mean.
But you know what I mean, yeah.
Because you don't really need. I don't. If I need something right now, I'd go for the 100.
Yeah.
But I can wait.
Here's the thing that like this question kind of touches on the concept of like investment,
Right.
Mhm.
because if you invest something right now, then like the interest will accrue more than if you invest a little bit now and a little bit later and a little bit even later. But in amounts this small, that doesn't, like, you're talking about
Exactly.
fractions of a tiny fraction of a cent.
But
So
like,
I'll just take the $100 right now and I don't care.
but
Think
200
so?
days
Yeah.
isn't that long.
That's
That's like
less than a year.
yeah, less than a year. You're gonna get double the amount,
Oh, that's true.
and I don't need
oh yeah,
the
it
money.
said $200.
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't.
well,
I don't
200
need
days,
the
I
money
mean.
right now.
Yeah,
every
That's
day.
less than a year, and I'm gonna get double the amount. That
Okay,
sounds like it's worth it.
Yeah, I forgot I said 200 days. I was
Yeah.
thinking 100 days.
If it
then,
was
then yes, I go for the
Well,
200
then what would be
days
the
because it's
point?
double
Yeah.
amount.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's 60% agree.
And it's not enough time or enough
Oh, I thought
amount
you-
for any difference
no.
to be made.
I thought
in,
you
like, an
said I
investment.
60% agree, and I'm
I
like,
60%
what?
agree with that.
That's such a weird thing to say.
This is an interesting question. I'm not sure if I'm reading it properly, but would you rather be able to freeze time for 1 hour every 24 hours, or be able to replicate one object per day that disappears after 24 hours? Freeze time.
Yeah, freeze time of
freeze
it.
time.
Okay,
Replicate
let's-
an object like
let's
what?
let's talk about the replicate object. Like, think about this. Okay, I know immediately somebody's gonna say like, oh, you could replicate money, but it's gonna disappear. Now, you could make the argument like, oh, well, you could spend it or try to give it to somebody before that time limit happens. Yeah, but
Just be a douche.
somebody's gonna come after you. Like, you're
Yeah.
gonna get found by the government or somebody's gonna get you on that.
So, what if you go to like a famous museum, you replicate something, and you put the replicate back where it is, and then
So
take
you
the
like
real one?
steal something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And then it
anything.
just disappears.
Yeah.
And you
Anything-
have the real one. No one knows.
Okay, two things. How are you gonna sell that? First of all,
Yeah, that's true.
that's gonna be hard.
I mean, black
You can
market.
do it. You can
Yeah.
do it. But and the second thing is, I guarantee you, anything like super crazy expensive gonna be in a case.
Hey, we here at Take a Walk podcast not to condone
Yeah,
stealing
we
or
don't
the black
condone
market.
stealing or the black market. We do condone
Premium
jaywalking.
crackers. Oh.
Jaywalking for sure,
Jaywalking too.
and premium crackers.
Only if you jaywalk and your name is Jay.
Yeah, that's the best kind of jaywalking.
Yeah.
Jay's jaywalking. How could you? All right, be able to freeze time then. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
yeah,
for
an
sure.
easy one. You know, be able to freeze time. Like, think about how much time it could. That's pretty much. be
Dude,
able to
you
save
could freeze.
time
You
for
could freeze
1
time for an hour, steal the artifact, and then leave.
That's
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Like-
Yeah,
I was like, when you were
time for
talking
an
about
hour.
the like
Yeah.
stealing from a museum, like how would you even get away with that if you can't freeze time?
Yeah.
That's true. Well, freeze time for an hour. That just makes a day have another hour, and in that hour, nothing else happens. You could probably do stuff. I'm assuming.
Dude, I wonder on like a large scale, if you did it every day, like how quickly you'd age compared to everyone else around you.
Yeah.
Like that'd be interesting to calculate. I'm not gonna do it
No.
because I have a life, but
Do the
it'd be
calculations
interesting.
and put them in the comments. Thank
Please
you very
don't.
much.
Please enjoy your
Oh,
life. It's a
God.
nice day outside. Just go outside.
This question's rough, and
Would you rather rough or soft?
no.
It's
Let's
a very
continue.
interesting question.
Would you rather believe your friends like you, or know exactly what all of your friends think about you?
Say that again.
Would you rather believe that your friends like you, or know exactly what your friends are thinking about you?
Okay, question.
Yes.
If you believe, does it immediately make them not like you, or is that just the fact that you believe?
I think you just believe that they like you, like, through and through. I mean,
I'd rather just believe because I'm pretty confident in our friendship.
all right. Well,
Yeah.
with us, I feel confident
Yeah.
with other people in our lives and stuff.
I feel like, again, you guys. I guess I can't really mention names. Never mind.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Uh,
The friendships that I have, I feel pretty confident about. So I don't think I need that.
See, for me, I try to use other people to grow myself. So I'd rather know what exactly everyone's thinking of me, so I can like, if it's something that I feel like I can learn and grow from, I can learn
Yeah.
and grow and try to improve myself.
Yeah.
That'd be
If it's
nice.
something ridiculous I don't agree with them, I can drop them from my life. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'd rather that, just because, You know, there's a lot of things. We're all young. We're all stupid. You know, we're all learning things.
Your hair is just terrible.
My hair is terrible, and that's what you were thinking about me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh shit,
now
he knows.
I clicked the red button, so now I know that's what you were thinking about me.
Uh-huh.
Sam, what would you say?
Yeah, I think I'd rather just know.
Yeah.
Because for me, honesty is like the biggest thing. I'd rather know the truth than believe in a lie. Always.
But I wouldn't want to know that. I wouldn't want my friend because okay, think about this.
Right.
If you know like what everyone's thinking, right? I don't want that power.
Well, that's true.
And like at the same time,
it's just your friends. It's not like anyone else.
Yeah, but I still don't want that power because like at the same time, I feel like eventually, if you think about it, they're gonna catch on.
Yeah.
And now they know exactly what you think about them, and that I think that ruins the friendship. Honestly.
That's true. I was gonna say just they think you're really self-aware.
Well, like if you think about it, okay, I'm sure. I mean, we're really good friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think we're gonna be good friends for the rest of our lives.
Right.
But I'd be lying if I told you guys that like we're
you didn't
perfect.
take issue.
Yeah.
With it. Yeah.
We get angry at each other and all this stuff. Do you really want to know exactly everyone's
You've been
thought
angry
about
with me?
them? Yeah, of
That
course.
makes me angry at you.
Well, screw you. I'm out of here. No.
No. Don't leave.
No,
Oh,
I was
you're
just
staying.
moving.
All right. So what was the consensus on this then?
I guess in concept, I'd rather learn what people think about me through them telling me rather than just knowing
Exactly.
what's on their mind.
Well,
so
rather
I
you
guess in that regard, I'd rather go with I'd rather just believe they like me.
Yeah.
Well, counter argument to that. Would you rather like you'd know exactly what they think of it and then bring it up to them, and like get them to confess? And if they're lying to you, that's kind of a false friendship then.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, but I don't know. I've always believed that if there's a problem and like they'll come to me.
Yeah, well, not
And
all
like,
people are like that.
I know that's not always the case, but I feel like if there's a problem and somebody's not ready to tell you about it, and
That's
you come
fair.
up to them, that could ruin it as well.
That's true.
So.
All right, I can get on the believe your friends like you bandwagon. Then.
Yeah, let's do it.
We're the stiff minority on that one.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
about
16%. Sorry, we're optimistic.
Well,
Sorry, we have good friend. No.
we think about the question rather than just straight up answer.
Yeah, that too.
That's true.
So much talk.
Yeah. Okay, here's a good one. Would you rather save the world but nobody knows, or save the world but die as a hero in the process? That was kind of a weird thing.
But I'd take the but nobody knows.
You think?
So
Yeah.
why would I just want to die?
Yeah, I don't want to die.
That's true.
That doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, that's like saying like, either way, no one's gonna give you any like the glory of it.
I'd
So
love to
there's no
like
point.
save the world with somebody.
That sounds
so I
really
can-
like narcissistic. I'm not saying I'm just saving the world for the glory. I'm saying like in the sanctity of this question, that's kind of reverse psychology, or that's kind of backwards.
Yeah.
I think it'd be funny to save the world with somebody and have us both know, so we can make so much inside jokes about it.
That's
but
true.
then like
Just
nobody.
anytime someone gets
be like,
mad at you, you'd be like, "You're welcome."
Yeah, you're welcome, and your friend would just start laughing. Like that'd be amazing.
That
I'd
would be
love
fun.
to do that, but at the same time, like that kind of defeats the purpose of nobody knowing. So
I'm assuming in this situation, it's like even if you try to tell them, they won't believe you.
Yeah, totally.
All right.
I've got proof. Blast your proof.
Yeah. Damn your proof. So you'd rather save the world but nobody knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. I can help on that bandwagon. I said that in the last question too. I guess I just like disagreeing with people. Not that I want to die in the process. I save the world, nobody knows. Yeah, 60% agree. I figured that would be pretty fair. All right, ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Would you rather only be able to speak in questions or only speak in movie quotes? I feel like both.
I don't know enough movie quotes.
I feel like both would piss people off after a certain extent.
Yeah.
I do movie quotes because you can do really obscure movies and nobody would know.
That's true. Well,
Nobody.
Do
would
you
know.
okay? Can we make the like? Can we make the assumption that you know like every movie quote, and it has to be a quote. You can't use just like the words, or else you'd just be able to talk. It has to be like a full sentence, basically.
I'm assuming it's only things you know. And also, does this
Only
count?
things you know.
Does this count quotes, or is it anything that's been said in a movie?
See,
If we
again,
want anything
and-
said in the movie, we can kind of cheat.
if you do that,
Technically,
you can just
anything
talk.
that's said in a movie can be quoted and become a movie quote.
Yeah,
Right.
but you can't
I mean-
quote somebody just as like,
Well,
oh, the.
I'm assuming.
Like, you can't just
I'm
do that.
assuming
That's
it's
not a
more-
quote.
That's
I'm assuming
true.
it's more like I think it's like specifics.
Yeah, it has to be like a sentence.
I guess it could
about-
be more distinct than just like random words, because
Yeah.
you could imagine that most words have been used in a movie at some point, so
Mhm.
you'd be able
Well, I mean, Bumblebee from Transformers only talks in like song
to.
lyrics.
See, that's actually the first thing that I thought
Really?
of was
Oh, that's
Bumblebee
funny.
Transformers.
See, I was saying only speaking questions because it'd piss some people off. Hey, you go to the store today? I don't know. Am I going to the store today? Hey,
I
what
wouldn't
time is
wanna-
it? I don't know. What time is it?
I
What
wouldn't
time
want to
is
piss
it?
people off though.
Dude, that'd be so fun, kind of,
It
though.
would be kind of fun.
How would I
It'd be
do
fun for a
puns,
short
though?
time, and then people wouldn't ask you questions anymore, and people just wouldn't talk to you anymore.
Well,
Dude,
That,
Just get
yeah, you're
sick
right.
of you.
imagine you got a girl. She's like, "Would you like to make love to me?" He's like, "I don't know. Would I like to make love to
Yeah,
you?"
She's like, what
Would
does
I?
that mean?
Yeah.
Would you? Would I?
"Yeah." Would you? Would I? All right.
Hey,
Hey,
there's
speak of
movie
movie
quote.
quotes then.
That
I'd
isn't really a
speak in
movie,
movie
but
quotes.
All right, I'd say movie quotes too.
does TV shows count as movies?
No, just movies.
No, just movies?
Mm.
Oh, okay.
I think movie quotes is fine.
Yeah, you'd be like constantly making
Yeah,
references.
72%. Damn. That kind of surprised me. What was the last one? Oh, would you rather only be able to speak via a translator like Stephen Hawking, God rest his soul, or only speak when asked a question like a professional gentleman?
Ooh.
I mean, speaking via translator would be kind of
Yeah, you could just
difficult.
Yeah.
can't
but
you just change the voice of the translator?
I'm sure you can make it like
it's it's getting pretty
Yeah, that tech's getting pretty good now.
yeah.
That's true.
So I wouldn't mind the translator.
Yeah, I can do a translator.
Also, it makes everything like 15% funnier.
That's true.
Yeah. Only if you can ask a question. God, I talk to myself a lot, so I'd be bored as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's speak via translator.
Yeah,
Also,
speak
you
via
could like never
translator.
bring up topics. That would kind of suck.
That's true.
Yeah,
You'd have
if-
to like.
If anything was on your mind, you'd never
Yeah.
be able to say it unless somebody specifically asked you about that thing.
You're like a girl you like you really like comes up to you. And she's just like, man, I've been having a really bad day. And you can't say anything. She
Yeah.
doesn't ask you a question. She just tells you about this
You-
terrible
you-
thing. And then she's like, you know, you haven't said a single goddamn thing.
And
Are
that's
you okay?
still
She
not a
and
question.
it's not a question. She keeps like
Yeah.
saying stuff that isn't a question. You're just like,
Dude, it's like if you played like the Telltale games, but only did the ... the ellipse.
yeah.
Have you seen those? Those are so fun to watch.
It's so fun because he's just blank expression.
Yeah.
And everyone gets angry at you.
Yeah, they'll be like, "Thanks for taking my side, Lee." Kenny will remember that.
Yeah.
Kenny's an asshole. All right, would you rather eat all of your meals where the food is freezing cold, or eat all of your meals with 5 tablespoons of salt poured on it? I honestly
What?
did the 5 tablespoons of salt already.
I don't mind cold food. Like often.
Freezing cold.
Freezing? Okay.
Like taken out of the freezer.
Like it's literally in chunks.
I'm assuming. Also, it's the question also clarifies itself. That's 5 tablespoons each meal, so not like each individual item,
Oh, okay.
which kind of makes it a little bit better. Just
That
a
would
big
kinda
meal.
suck.
Still, 5 tablespoons is a lot.
Mm.
Yeah. Like you
No,
only
I was
need,
thinking, I was thinking teaspoons.
you need
Never
like
mind.
half a tablespoon like per day.
No, that's not true. But like, I'd rather not die, so I'd probably go with the freezing food, even though
But could you digest that properly?
that might also be a problem.
Yeah.
I don't know if this question can be answered without dying, so I'll just go
Yeah.
with the freezing food.
You rather go with freezing food?
I already do that sometimes. Like you know,
Yeah,
when
I
you,
eat frozen
you
food
pull, like
sometimes.
sometimes I pull something out of the microwave and I'm like, I sit down and I start eating it and I realize it's cold and I'm like, I don't want to get up and like heat it up again because
Well,
I'm hungry and I'm eating it now, so I'm just gonna
Like
continue eating
pizza,
it.
I'll just take out of the fridge, but that's not like straight out of the freezer into my mouth.
Yeah, out of the freezing cold is like different. If it was just like mildly cold,
No,
It-
your lips get so dry from salt.
yeah,
I'll go freezing.
yeah.
I think it's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you do.
You couldn't
Yeah,
eat
either
like
way.
any meat or else you get like so many diseases.
That's true.
Well, actually, it is freezing, so it's technically. Well,
What if you cooked it, then refroze it, and then eat it?
does that work?
I presume it just said freezing cold.
It has to be freezing cold. The food is
Yeah.
freezing cold when you eat it.
So you cook it, and then refreeze it, and then eat it. So that way it's safe.
But isn't
it's
it
still
isn't
freezing
it
cold,
safe when
so
it's freezing cold
technically-
anyway?
But wouldn't you unsafify it when you freeze it again?
What? No.
See, I thought no. I thought the point. Okay, I thought there was like there's 2 points on the spectrum. There's like
Point A and
warm,
point B.
where it's like it's good. It's like hot and it's good, no bacteria or whatever. And then there's cold where it's good, because at either point you'll kill the bacteria. It's the middle area that you gotta worry about. So as long as it's freezing, you don't have to cook it. It should be fine, right?
Well, I think you still have to cook food after it's been frozen, because the bacteria is still alive. It's just frozen. So if you take it in and digest it and warm it up, then the bacteria might still be alive and kill you. So you definitely have to cook it before you can eat it. I'm pretty sure that's true in most situations.
That's a damn shame. Next question?
Yeah.
Would you rather have a house made of sprawling underground room and tunnels, or have a small flying house?
Dude, I'm sorry, that
I'd take the flying
tunnels
house.
sounds
Really?
sounds amazing, but also terrifying. So okay, when we had like,
How do you get to your flying house?
I presume you can fly if you get your
assume-
fly, or
I'm
maybe you
assuming
can
have
land
like
it.
some sort of ladder or something.
or like you just float up to it. Like there was an animation. I think it might have been Tom Ska, maybe. I could be but like basically the guy's like, we need eggs, and he's like, okay, and he like opens his door and he just like jumps out of his building and has like a parachute, and he like gets on the ground and then he buys eggs, and then all of a sudden he's just like, oh, I got the
Rocket
eggs.
Jump, that dude.
Was it Rocket? You're right. I think it was Rocket Jump. Yeah.
What's his name?
Freddie Wong.
Freddie Wong.
Yeah.
But he just like floats back up to the house, and then he's like, and then he like takes a step and drops the eggs everywhere.
Well, okay, I have to think. How high up is this flying house? Is the question.
High as you like.
I guess it's as high as you like.
It's a flying house. You can go
And
as high as you want.
how big? How many underground rooms and tunnels are there? Because it's
I would
like
assume
way more.
infinite.
This specified a small flying house and then
Yeah.
a house made of sprawling underground tunnels. So I'm assuming the underground tunnels are going to be bigger.
Yeah.
And also, if there's a nuclear fallout, you're...
So, well, I've always liked, okay, when we 1 year actually, like recently, and I know this can kind of sound weird, but
I'll go for it.
you know what? You want to judge me? Screw you, because
I
this
am
was
judging you.
amazing.
Yeah, I'm constantly judging you, so
my
nothing
parents-
has changed.
Are you going to talk about the butter tunnels?
No,
Okay.
God, no. That joke's I'm gonna let that joke die with the other channel.
All right. If you can find the other channel, good luck.
But so there was 1 year we asked for like cardboard boxes and duct
Yes,
tape,
I remember this.
and we made a fort,
Yeah.
and we made a cardboard box fort. It was amazing, but like I'm just imagining like that, like if a house made out of like invincible cardboard with just tunnels everywhere, like that'd be amazing.
I think that'd be cool. I mean, think of all the fun rooms you could make.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like light too much to be underground.
Yeah, you could have light.
Yeah, you can have lights. You don't have to stay underground. You can like leave.
That's true,
It'll be
but you
pitch
don't have
black.
to stay
Also-
in your flying house.
Also, imagine hobbit holes are underground technically, but they have windows and they're lit up.
That's true, I
Yeah.
guess.
That's true, but if the rooms go like deeper than another room, you
Well,
can't really like.
Yeah, just
window
imagine a
it
bunch
up.
of hobbit holes like connected together.
Yeah.
Like that would be
suppose
pretty
so.
amazing,
Yeah, I
right?
guess you could do that.
Yeah.
I just-
And
my problem with the flying house is like, depending on how high it is, air pressure.
yeah.
It's kind of gonna be a dick.
Well,
it
like,
gets
the-
hot when you get up
Well,
there.
the
if
only
you can
thing-
specify how far underground your house is, then you can specify how high up
That's
you want
true,
your
that's
house.
true.
Well, it doesn't get hotter. It gets colder and then it gets hotter
Yeah.
after a certain. It's a long ways up there,
Right.
but that's environmental science. Take it. If you're
Take
taking
it.
college, take it. Take environmental science, the best class you'll ever take. Anyway,
if you're going to college, good job.
yeah, good job.
If you're not
That's-
taking college, that's fine.
That's fine. Yeah, everyone's fine.
All right. So, what do you think? Tunnels?
Yeah, tunnels.
Tunnels? You
I'd rather fly.
You'd
Yeah, I'm
rather
gonna
fly?
be.
What?
I'm gonna be
Okay,
contrarian
but
on this one.
why? Okay, why though? Like the only thing I feel like you're going for is like you get a good view.
53 said tunnels, by the way. I'll keep looking for another one.
I just liked the air, man.
You like the air.
It's just if you think about like, would I rather be a mole or a hawk? I'd rather be a hawk.
Imagine.
It's
Okay,
just, it's
okay.
just, do I want ground
But
or
you
do I
could be
want
a
sky?
hobbit. You
And
could
I
be-
prefer sky.
You could have a hobbit house. Now, if you rephrased it and said like, "Oh, there's a rock wall and it's huge and it goes all the way up to your house," yeah, that sounds amazing because I got to climb up to my house. I love
after
climbing.
like a bad day, though, you really want to climb
Yeah,
up
that
to
would
your
kind of
house.
suck. There'd be another way, but like, there'd also be a rock wall. Like that sounds amazing because then I get to climb up and then enjoy the view. Because I like climbing up things and then enjoying the view.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
That's Devon's ideal date. Climb up, enjoy the view.
Yeah, I just climb up on top of her head, and then I just enjoy the view from up there. Like
And
that's
she's
all
like,
I
"Can you
need.
please get off of
And
me?"
she's like, can we do something here? Like, is this
You're
it?
like, wait. I'm
You're
watching
like-
the sunset.
you're like-
And then you watch the sunset, and then you get off, and you're like, I'm going to watch the sunset again.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's backwards.
I was like, that's
Never mind.
backwards. Yeah,
Shit.
you'd watch the
Watch.
sunset, then you
You're
climb
like,
on top of
yeah,
it,
I'm
and
gonna
then watch
the
it
sunset
again.
And hop up, yeah. And
Yeah.
watch it again.
I see where you're going with that joke. That was clever, actually. Actually, that was clever.
Actually, fuck
Actually,
this.
if I had gotten it right the first time, it would have been clever.
Dude, actually is like such an annoying word to use.
Yeah.
Because every time someone says actually, it's immediately saying, I didn't expect it to be like this. And it's especially when they're trying to give you a compliment, like, you know, this is actually pretty good. Like, that's immediately
It's
thinking,
like, what the fuck
like-
do you mean by that? Yeah.
It's like, what were you expecting?
Did you think it was gonna be bad?
Yeah. Like, that's just like a backhanded compliment.
Yeah.
Like,
What if you say like, this is pretty good though? Like that's
well, this
okay,
is pretty
right?
good. That's fine.
Yeah.
But if you're like, man, this is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
That's kind of like just like a okay. Like imagine like, you know, I went to this concert. Actually, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, why did you go if you didn't think it was gonna be good?
Why did you use? Did you mean like figuratively before that? Is it?
Yeah, you
As
eat
an
a
alternative
you
to
eat a
actually?
premium
What do you
cracker,
mean by
and you're like, you know
actually?
what? This is actually pretty good. I was wrong.
Well, that because you assume going into it the cracker's not going to be great.
Yeah.
All right, next question. Would you rather? This is kind of going back to the superhero one. Would you rather be able to fly, which we've already talked about that,
Yeah.
or be able to breathe underwater?
Breathe underwater,
Wow,
Right
your
away.
superpower was changed,
dude.
wasn't it?
Immediately, like, I love water. All right, dude. If Subnautica was real life, I'd like that'd be amazing.
And I'm assuming this whole breathe underwater thing would also be applicable to like you can survive the water pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Otherwise,
assuming.
that's just kind of stupid.
Same with like you can survive the air pressure of flying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like in the same way that I chose sky over ground, I'd probably choose water over sky.
Man, now I'm in the minority. I would say fly.
Dude,
Yeah.
really, dude, water is just so cool. They're so cool. Like, imagine building like an No, you really couldn't do that. Now that I think about water pressure, I was thinking about like an underground house, like
Okay,
in
but
the
here's,
water.
here's my
Depends
problem.
on
Here's my
deep you
problem with
Yeah.
Here's my problem with underwater.
Sorry, underwater, not under.
There's not a lot of predators really that can hurt us that fly. Imagine all the predators that are swimming, which is pretty much flying underwater, that will kill you.
Yeah, but I mean,
The only argument
there's
I'd
still
say,
water.
the only argument I'd say for breathing underwater is you can explore so much uncharted territory.
It's not
Yeah,
even that.
that was kind of the thing. I was
Water
thinking
is
of,
also
like,
just so amazing.
I
Like,
love water and
it's-
all, but
again, I'll say it again. Blue, the color of the sky and the ocean, both unexplored. Like,
that's true.
it's amazing.
yeah.
I want to explore both those things, but
There's not really much to explore the sky.
no, I meant like sky is in the space.
Oh, right.
But that goes on to deeper subjects.
Hmm.
But like the water, like it's just so. Have you ever just been underwater and you
Yep.
forget that you kind of like have to breathe and you just enjoy the underwater?
Sometimes.
Like that's amazing. It happened to me. I was at Hawaii once at Bahama Bay, and
Yeah, you talked about this. In
yeah,
the
I
first
will.
podcast.
I will. Oh, did I?
Did he?
Yeah,
Did I?
I'm pretty sure. The one where you were like,
Oh yeah, we were talking about
You're-
Subnautica, I think.
yeah, you were talking about Subnautica.
You're
or-
right. Maybe I did. Yeah,
or
but
was it
anyway,
Abzu you were talking about.
And
Yeah,
the same.
both.
either
yeah.
they're basically the
Both,
same game,
both.
kind of, except one's more based on survival, one's more based on story and looking at shit.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I just
I'm surprised you remembered the name of that game.
I had to look it up to make the podcast. but
I'm surprised you actually remembered
Yeah.
that.
actually I'm
Thanks.
surprised.
actually,
Actually.
thank you very much. Actually, your opinion means something to me.
Yeah.
Actually, you're a
actually
piece of
a
shit.
I had another thought though, and I think
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to change my answer from
Oh, okay.
from being able to breathe underwater to being able to fly. Because think about practical uses.
Mhm.
Like there's
There's more sky than
it'd
there
be
is
cool-
ocean around us.
it'd be cool to be able to breathe underwater, and there's more to explore. But if you're like, oh, I need to go put the Christmas lights on the roof, you just fly up there and do it. And
Well,
you
what
don't
if
have to
you
worry
want to put
about
the Christmas
flying.
lights underwater? What are you gonna do then, Sam?
Yeah, what are you gonna do then? You can't just breathe under that water.
Well, if you put the Christmas lights underwater, you better hope they're waterproof, or else they're just gonna die.
I don't know. Water,
Okay.
like the water's cool. The deep ocean though scares the crap out of me.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
that
terrifying.
kind of terrifies me. I'd like to believe that I'd figure some way out to like protect myself from that. if nothing
No.
else, if I couldn't protect myself, I'd still just stay towards the shallows.
You could call us and we could fly over and pick you up.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be like, guys, Pacific Ocean, I'm at the house right now. Pick me up.
Yeah. And we'd be like, all right, let's fly over.
Yeah.
All
And you'll fly over, and
now we can be like a tag team.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
That'd be cool, dude. Imagine if there was like a team of superheroes. One could fly, one could like travel through walls, and one could like swim, like breathe underwater. So you got all your bases covered.
Yeah.
So you basically have Birdman or Bird Person, whichever you prefer.
Bird person.
You got Bird Person, you got Aquaman, and you got Danny Phantom. Yo, Danny Phantom, just 14. Okay, no, we need to stop this now. Next
What, are we gonna
question.
get copyright strike?
Yeah.
We're a copyright
Danny
strike for
fans?
singing the Danny Phantom thing. No, you're not.
But what if we did?
I would laugh. I would just laugh.
Yeah,
I'd be like,
I wouldn't even be mad.
Actually, I wouldn't be
Actually.
mad. Okay, here's the next question. Would you rather be the president of the United States or be a Pokemon trainer?
Probably a Pokemon trainer
Pokemon
because there's
trainer.
less responsibility.
That depends. Are you the only Pokemon trainer? Because then people are gonna be like hounding
Okay,
you.
I would
don't know.
assume. Okay, I would assume saying you're a Pokemon trainer, that doesn't mean you're in the realm of Pokemon. So yeah, you'd be the only one.
Yeah.
But you could still kind of keep under the radar. You
Yeah.
don't have to you don't have to show
But
up
think
and just
about
be
it.
like,
Think
"Hey
about it.
world, I have the Pokemon."
Just
You
think
can
about this
go.
for a second. If there's only one Pokemon master,
Right. Where'd you find the Pokemon?
you're already the very best.
That's true.
Right?
You
right?
are
You've
the
already
best that
succeeded.
ever was,
yeah,
yeah.
you've succeeded
Well, then
more
you've
than
already
Ash
peaked.
has. Yeah, but whatever.
Okay, well,
Yeah, but
you
no
could
one
have a
else is
freaking
gonna pick
Charizard.
you.
Okay, that's
true.
the main thing.
But Pokemon trainer, like that would imply that there is Pokemon in the world. But
or you could just say that it's saying that you have them.
yeah, that's true. But I mean, if you're training them,
Most of the thing is, I just wouldn't want to be the president of the United States.
Yeah, I
It
wouldn't
sounds
want
like
to be
so
that
much
person.
stress to
stress.
me.
Yeah, I don't want to be a premium white cracker.
next question. Wow, 64 only agreed to be a Pokemon trainer.
Oh,
That is offensive.
that's not bad. I mean, it's still a higher majority.
All right. Would you rather be stalked by a ghost for the rest of your life, or be stalked by a demon for 3 days than die?
I think I'd rather be stalked by the ghost because then I just make friends with the ghost.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking.
Yeah, and
you
I
seen
don't
the animation
die.
about that?
What?
Have you seen that animation about that?
Oh, what is it? I'm trying to remember what it
I'll show it
was.
to you after this.
No, I know what it is.
Oh, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's where like the one person's trying to get the other guy to commit suicide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she just like falls around, but she's like really bad at her job.
Yeah.
I think,
It's not. It's actually
sounds-
not
I think
a
Welcome to
girl.
Hell is what it's called.
Something like that.
Something
I don't.
like
It's
that.
not a girl. I think she is specifically left gender neutral.
Oh yeah, that's probably true.
I thought it was a girl.
I thought it was a girl too.
That's just my idea. But then I realized like I did more research because I was trying to find more of it because I thought it was like a series. I'm like, this actually kind of sounds interesting.
Mhm.
Turns out it was just like a one-time animation, I think. But yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I feel that'd drive me insane. But could you get used to it?
Yeah, you get used to it. Better than just dying.
Okay, so the question explains itself more in the description.
Oh, okay.
It says
What is
ghosts just constantly torment you. Demons would kill you. You wouldn't get used to the ghost, and it would constantly keep you stressed out.
Oh, well. See, that's more specific.
I feel like
Huh.
I feel like I could get used to it.
No, it says you
It
cannot get
says,
used to it.
yeah, that's part of the.
What do you mean?
It says you wouldn't
Like,
get
you
used
just
to it. It would
physically
always stress you
can't?
out. Yeah.
That's
Even when you
kinda-
get used to it, it'll do something to throw you off.
Huh. I don't know. I feel like as a person I could get used to it, but I don't know.
The
But
question says
it-
you can't. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
contradicts the question. I'd still go with the ghost probably because then I can at least live as long as I can tolerate.
Yeah.
That's true.
rather than just dead set. I'm dying. In 3
Listen,
days.
I go to college, all right? I think
Yeah.
stress is okay.
I'm
like,
already
not
being
that bad.
stalked by a ghost.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's fair.
Student loans is my ghost.
And I guess you can kind of, this is kind of gonna sound morbid, but you can kind of pick when you opt out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, yeah, 85% agree with that one. That's fair.
Yeah.
All right, cut this out. I'm gonna find another one. All right, here's the next question. Spend 5 years in a maximum security prison and receive $5 million upon your release.
Ooh.
Or never go to jail and never become rich.
Oh, but the fact that it's saying you never go to jail, does that mean you can do whatever you want?
Oh, it says not go to prison.
Just not go to prison?
Oh, it just says you're in the general population with no special treatment.
Okay.
So you're normal, but
okay,
you're never going to be rich.
The thing I have to say about this is, like, getting... If you go to a maximum security prison, something tells me you might not make it out.
Well, that also depends. If it is maximum security, hopefully the prison guards will not let the other prisoners kill me.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. That still happens plenty of times.
But it seems like the question implies you're going to survive. You just have to spend 5 years.
It doesn't say that you survive.
Well, sure.
It just says you have to go to prison, which might lead to your death. Which I think I'd choose the prison anyway, because you could bribe people with the $5 million that you're going to get out of to, like, protect you.
Well, I think part of the question parameter is, like, assuming that you make it throughout the whole 5 years and get rich afterwards.
This person brought up a good point. He says you said you have to work for money to live anyway. 5 years worth of income is not $5 million. Should be getting more out of it in the end.
Yeah.
So yeah, the money for me it's not even for myself. Like if I could use that money to, like, support my family,
Yeah, then what you can do with
then
that.
I would gladly sacrifice 5 years of my life doing nothing to be able to support my family in the future.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's true. I would suck if they died while you're in there.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Because you wouldn't get them $5 million until you got out. So if you died, you're leaving your family alone, and they don't get any money.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's rough.
He left his family behind. Anyway.
Cut. I would still say that. I don't know. Prison scares the hell out of me.
Yeah,
but
prison does
scares
scare the hell out of me.
but I'd make sacrifices. So
That's true.
I think I'd still
it's
do
for the
it.
greater good.
'Cause again-
let's throw some ifs on there. If I survive and make it out,
Yeah.
and if my family is fine, then
Why would your
I'd rather
family
choose the
not
prison.
Be fine.
You were just talking about, like,
They're gonna
if they
visit
die
the
while you're
prison?
yeah.
Oh, they die while you're in the... Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, that's what
Okay,
we were
I thought you
just
said
talking
you
By the
about.
time you
die
get
while
out,
you're
you're
in
like, I got my 5 million family, and they're all gone.
You're just like,
Yeah.
hey,
And
guys.
there's no one left for
They
you.
all just burned in a house
So
fire.
assuming those two
They
things,
get clipped.
I'd take the prison and the money.
Yeah.
But if I can't make those two assumptions, then I guess I'd rather just be a normal guy and
Yeah.
live a normal life.
Yeah. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd rather be a city boy born and raised in South Detroit, personally.
Please, I swear.
What?
Nothing.
Not a fan of the cities, personally.
I don't like the cities.
Actually, yeah,
I like the
I'd rather
country.
be a small town girl.
Yeah.
All right, that's the next question. Would you rather be
Yeah,
a
would you
small
rather
town
be a
girl
small-
living in a lonely world, or
This is
would
our
you rather
final
be a
question.
city boy born and raised in South Detroit?
This is a
Final
loaded
question
question.
of the podcast.
Final
I'd
question.
rather be a small town girl.
I'd
Me
rather
too.
be a small town girl.
I've been to cities. Cities
Mhm.
are super cool to, like, hang around and visit and, explore, but they're nowhere you'd ever want to live.
Yeah.
Like,
Even just
I've been to Portland a couple of times. I've been to Seattle. I've wanted to go to New York, but I've never been. And, like, it's just so sketchy. Like, everywhere you walk, I'm just like, I feel at all times paranoid.
Yeah.
Even in, like, broad daylight.
I was in Denver over the summer, and it's so crowded.
Mhm.
Cities in general for me, I like to avoid.
Okay. Can we do one more question? Or
All right, yeah, sure. Let's do
'cause
one
I found
more.
a pretty good one. Would you rather lose your mind or lose your significant other? And I'm gonna throw in
I was gonna
like
say,
a
I don't-
family member too.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say me and Sam don't
Yeah.
have a significant
Yeah.
other technically.
Yeah, throw me under the bus on the internet.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that just says we're single.
What do you want from me?
Anyway,
All right,
I
Sam,
threw
you
myself
Sam, you
under
should,
the
like,
bus,
you
too.
should edit that out and just replace like, oh, I don't have a girlfriend, and Sam has a super hot girlfriend.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, okay. All right, so whether lose your mind or lose like a family member.
This is kind of a tough
I'm
question.
already
because
crazy though.
And it says either way, it's permanent.
losing a family member, like, that's kind of punishment on them too, rather
Mhm.
than just me. But Losing my mind is my greatest fear.
Right.
Yeah, but
So-
you're also okay. Think about this.
Oh, here's a good.
You are also punishing your family because they have to watch you go through that first,
Oh,
Yeah,
that's true.
and then they have to decide like what's gonna happen to
This
you.
this
too.
comment says you're gonna lose your significant other or family member anyways if you lose your mind.
That is a good
That's true.
point. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I guess lose significant others.
Yeah.
yeah,
The right way to go. then.
Sorry.
I mean, that
Sorry,
really-
that significant
that
other.
Sorry,
really
that
sucks.
person.
But I mean, God.
Yeah, I think the alternative might be worse
Yeah.
for me and for everyone
Because
else,
it's
I
hurting
guess.
you and somebody.
Yeah.
It's like
even if they're not dead, but
Yeah.
they have to go through a lot of terrible things because you've lost your mind.
All right, this is the last question. No thought to it. Just
No
say the
thought.
first thing that
Okay.
comes to your mind. Would you rather fight a wolf with your bare hands or fight a bear with a sword?
bear with a sword. It sounds
Bear
more
with a sword.
epic.
Yeah, bear with a sword for the epic reason.
Yeah,
I
dude,
could
I
probably-
like
I could
swords.
probably
Like,
get out
if
of
you're
that
gonna
battle.
hand me a sword, be like, fight that. I'd be like, yeah, let's do this, and I'll probably die, but it'll be worth it.
I can fix that.
I'd probably be able to. I might be able to win the bear fight if I
If
have
you
a
like
sword.
stab down its
Yeah.
throat, done.
Dude, you could fight a wolf. How big is the wolf?
Wolves are huge.
Wolves are huge.
Wolves are
Because
huge.
wolves are huge. But see, I'm thinking like a really big coyote, but that's not. Wolves are huge. But I was thinking like you could win that fight. It not gonna be likely. You're honestly not gonna win the bear fight either, dude. Bears are fucking tank. They can take bullets to the head, and their
That's-
skull is so thick that it'll just bounce off, and they're like, "Fuck you, I'm coming at you."
Yeah.
Like coming at you like Cleopatra. Anyway,
All right, maybe
uh,
let's test this. Let's boot up Skyrim right now. Let's
That's
go
not how
unarmed
that
and fight
works.
a wolf, and then with a sword fight a bear.
without any armor or any training
Any
at
armor,
all.
Yeah.
Any training
Level
at all.
1.
Yeah.
Well, you fight a bear in the first like 10 minutes of the game, so I guess,
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I guess
With a sword.
with a sword.
yeah, you win. But you're wearing armor. You are wearing armor.
That's true. You
Yeah.
can get armor.
And that bear fight, that they almost like make you sneak attack it.
That's true.
So like I wonder if you just full on. So I wonder if that I kind of want to try that, except I never want to boot up Skyrim ever again.
Sorry, Skyrim.
Yeah, sorry Skyrim, you've been rebooted way too many times. Anyway,
What a way to end the episode.
Good God.
Terrible
So bad.
questions.
You should have that as like the end card of us like looking for questions. Like, oh Jesus.
I gotta make note. What time is it?
This is 38:57
All right, good.
around there, I guess.
456, 289.
All right, ready for the next one?
Yeah.